Fallout Season 2 is playing right now with weekly new episodes, and what we have seen so far, I gotta say, it's really impressive. But this video isn't just a review of the show, rather we're gonna focus on how this show is doing something that no other game adaptation has ever done. And that's being a proper entertainment or a show that anybody can enjoy even if you have never heard of Fallout in your entire life, while still fully respecting what it is an adaptation of at the same time. But to understand what I even mean by this, there's a lot of key important components which we need to focus on. How this show exactly handles them and why it's doing a better job with it than all the other competition. Things like respect the source material, make it shine on its own even without nostalgia, capturing the spirit, not just the story, a fresh new story in a familiar world, natural world building, quality over fan service, appealing to both the fans and the newcomers. So let's begin with the first one, which is respecting your source material. You have probably seen it happen a lot, people who are chosen to create the adaptations of the games coming out to say, I've never even touched this game before, or saying that the game won't dictate too much of my directing choices, basically just disrespecting the very thing they're working on. The biggest example of this is the Halo show. People who worked on it could just care less what Halo as a franchise even means or things it is known as among the fans. Like, the biggest thing about Master Chief is the fact that you never get to know who he truly is. His face, his body, all of it is always covered, to give you the vibe of this person inside is not supposed to be the focus, rather what it means to wear this armor, what it means to be Master Chief. Even when he removes the helmet, the game intentionally doesn't let you see his face, only focusing on the mask as it becomes the symbol and the focus of the whole character. This entire idea, or basically let's just say anything the Halo franchise, the Halo story and whatever is all about, it was just like grabbed and dumped into the trash. They could care less. They were like, Master Chief thing mysterious? Make him go naked in the show and just like be Master Chiefs. Meanwhile, when you look into the Fallout show, both seasons, they nailed capturing the feeling of the nuclear war, the vibe of the Fallout universe 200 years after the end of the world, how it feels to live within the walls, the lies you are told, how nothing feels natural, or the struggles they go through to keep everything running, the vibe of a vault person leaving their safe filled with lies home to be smacked in the face with reality. Vault Tech, Mr. House, Brotherhood of Steel, just every single piece of this entire show has extreme respect for the source material it's following. You basically just don't need to be told that this show is based on the Fallout games and the universe, because when you're just watching the show, the entire identity, the entire core of Fallout can be seen every single frame of this entire show. If you just want to make your own show, why are you like using the name of Halo then? It's really important to at least just watch a video or watch someone else play the game you want to adapt, just to make sure that you understand the core personality and identity of the franchise, or just talk to the fans to learn what you're even working on. This whole new trend of directors having the pride in saying that, oh, I've never even touched this game I'm directing, makes me want to call up the ghoul to eat their flesh alive. Now, making an adaptation shine without the need of nostalgia. This is one that matters a lot for creating a smooth story and plot for the show that doesn't feel like an adaptation, rather a genuine story being told that can stand on its own. Think of, like, for example, the Minecraft movie. Do you really think that that thing would survive or be as popular as it was if it wasn't tied to an already existing IP? Hell no! That entire movie was nothing but pure nostalgia bait, and
Pandas and cows! Place chest, flint and steel, the nether, piglin brutes, I'm Steve.
They're the villagers! Just an iron golem, TNT, diamond armor, full set, an ender pearl, an enderman crafting table, water bucket, bacon jockey, what's Minecraft?
now that's not entirely a bad thing except for the theater workers. It just means that they're nowhere near as entertaining or rewatchable as something like the Fallout show. It's kinda okay and fine and kinda cool to be like, hey look, that's the thing from the game! But do you know what feels even better? When the idea is properly seasoned, oiled up, tossed into the air fryer, and the only nostalgic things that make it to the show are the ones that actually belong in it, and fit into the story that is trying to be told, evolve the story, make it so even if someone has never seen a single screenshot plot of the game. If they watch this thing, they're just gonna love it as much as the nerds like me. Or Versu. Kurwa! Minecraft or majority of the game movies and shows fail to do such a thing. But two recent adaptations that have absolutely just nailed it are Sonic the Third movie especially and Fallout. It's to the point where your mom, who has never even heard of the word Fallout, watches the show and actually loves it. Amazon and chilling do be kinda fun. When you see the Brotherhood of Steel, when you see the power armors in this show, or when you get to see Mr. House for the first time and his technology, or the Voltex in the show. Their names or the fact that they're from the games aren't the reason why you care about them in this show, no. But rather the way they're woven into the story you're following, how you're actually shown the importance of them. It's like the show is once again just giving you the reasoning, the very ones that made you care about these like characters or these items inside of the actual game, just doing it all over again. So they're not really nostalgia bait, but rather part of the proper world building of the show. Now the third thing is capturing the spirit of the game, not just the story. The visuals and how it feels to even look at the world of the story, the way the characters interact with each other, or how they even talk in it, the tone of the humor and the emotions in this world. Basically just creating a world building that makes you feel like the game you used to play is actually a real place with real people inside of it. Kinda. This is one of my only problems with the Sonic movie, because while especially like the first one is genuinely a banger and meaningful movie to watch, unlike Chicken Jockey, the world of the movie doesn't really feel like Sonic, still feels like real life, but Sonic characters were thrown into it. And that basically, yeah, that's the idea of the movies, but come on, man. You can't really tell me that getting a whole completely unique world is not more enjoyable than just basically real life. And that's one of the reasons why I think that the Fallout show is a much better game adaptation. But there are many other reasons too, like the much funnier humor and the more linear or connected story throughout the seasons. But that's no hate towards the Sonic movies though, especially the third one. That was a genuine banger and they're only getting better like every single time, so I hope they keep cooking. It's going really good. It's just the fact that there is nothing like the vibe you get when being part of the Fallout world, and I gotta say, the world building inside of this universe is just beyond genius. It's basically just mixing up many different super popular iconic pieces of real life and giving them a spin, like taking the 60s and how the world used to look back then, but mixing it up with like a technologically advanced future. Something so iconic to Fallout to the point that when Marvel tried to do something similar, everybody just called it a Fallout copycat. Coca-Cola, but it's now Nuka-Cola and it's designed based on nukes. And it turns out there is actually some radioactive substances within it. Just like how Coca-Cola back then used to actually have some coke inside of it. The drink became so popular to the point that the bottle caps are the currency used in the destroyed world. Bunker wants to take shelter for surviving a nuclear war. But you get to learn how their whole existence is beyond evil. They're to experiment on the people within them, do extremely messed up things, and basically try to own the new world. How the evolved monsters you see, many of them are actually results of these experiments done by the Voltec and so on. Or how the ghouls are just radioactive infected humans, who can heal from most deadly wounds easily, but their entire body is slowly losing the true lively feeling and humanity it used to have. Even their brain, causing them to slowly forget who they are and turn into lifeless zombie-like creatures. And the only way to survive becoming that being some kind of drug, which is really rare too. Just jam-packed with a huge load of lore. Every single thing, even Nuka-Cola. Do you know how much lore that thing has? And that to me is both Fallout's greatest strength and why this show is just so goddamn good. Because the game did a banger job creating a history-rich, unique, real-feeling world. And the show is doing a banger job properly introducing you into it. Like even if you have never played the games before, it feels like the show is giving you everything you need to fall in love with this universe. So if you actually enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed this universe and you want to see everything it has to offer, here you go, the games, go play them, go enjoy them, go get to experience more of the universes, go learn more about the history of everything you saw inside of the show. Shut the hell up! And as I said, even the way people speak and the way people talk in the Fallout universe and the show is so extremely unique to the show itself.
Well, shit.
What? What? Sorry.
Even the music of this show or the games does such a beyond wonderful job at setting the tone and the feeling you're supposed to get when watching and experiencing this universe. And everything I just talked about also fits into the idea of natural world building too. You're not just taken and thrown into this show expected to know basically everything about the universe, about the franchise, like this thing, oh, you gotta know what this thing is, why should I explain it to you? The show actually slowly gives you reasonings to care, and many times it's done by showing the origin of these things with flashbacks. These flashbacks are just a brilliant idea and nail what they're meant to do. Now on to a fresh story in a familiar world. It's really important to respect the source material and recreate the feeling you get in those games. That doesn't really mean that you just have to retell the entire story of the game, just take the entire thing and just bam, turn it into the show or the movie, and that's about it. You could do that and that's kinda fine, but you could also just play those games and experience the stories by playing the games. Instead, what I like way more is what Fallout has done. Yes, this is the universe of the games. Yes, most of the world and the story is directly coming from the games. But the main character, the ghoul, many of these people we follow in the story, these guys, none of them are the characters you follow in the games, but rather a new story told in the same universe. This makes it so new viewers are enjoying loving being introduced to this universe, and now that it's done, they can still really enjoy the games after watching the shows too, because the game just gives you more content in this universe, not just repeating the same thing that you got to watch in the show. And it also means new content for the original fans too. Yes, if you have played the games and everything, it's still gonna be so much fun to see actual new, more story about the universe you love so much. Having Lucy, Ghoul, all of these new characters be introduced to the Fallout universe, and we all get to follow these stories together without just someone like a Fallout nerd versus just knowing everything that's gonna happen, just knowing the fate of the characters when they're gonna die and everything. So they're just gonna sit there and be like, haha, look at this like newbie, he doesn't know what's gonna happen. Imagine, let me spoil it for you, come here. But now that everybody are following the same story and nobody knows exactly what's gonna happen, it just makes the experience more fun for everybody. This gets even better when you still got original characters like Mr. House, actual icons being there, and you get to see them interact with new people. But also the number of cast and characters that are inside of this show. How every single one of them are getting a proper story, character development, and just the path you're following. You're just fed so much content, so much lore, so much new things from this show at the same time that you never get bored, never get tired, never grab like TikTok, surfboard, surf, Subway Surfer something too. The second one is coming out. So many plots are happening at the same time, yet every single one of them are directly connected and reaching to the same goal and ending path. Like how Lucy's father is connected to where the Goose family are at, and how Lucy is basically what Max needs to know who he is even meant to be. So many plots, yet all of them are connected. And the casting choices too. Minecraft was like, oh, for the characters like Steve, we're just gonna search, see like who's the popular actor right now, Jack Black, bring him in, make him Steve. He doesn't even look like Steve. Or for Uncharted, instead of looking for someone that actually feels like Nathan Drake, nah, have you seen Spider-Man? Have you seen like this guy? He's kind of popular right now, make him Nathan Drake. Yet Fallout, this Chad was like, nah, I want an actor who feels like they actually came right out of the Fallout games, and they nailed it. And none of them are being carried by being already a mega beloved celebrity. They're just cooking in their role. When you're watching Minecraft, it just feels like you're watching Jack Black be silly, or a new journey for Spider-Man to go through. But when you watch Fallout, Lucy is just watching Lucy. Mr. House is like watching Mr. House. Imagine if Mr. House, the actor of him, was chosen to be, I don't know, The Rock Johnson. Would it feel like watching Mr. House, a character from the show? No! It feels like you're watching The Rock Johnson. The experience would be completely different. And the collection of all these right choices that have been done creates the perfection that is like the Fallout show, the perfection of a game adaptation. And I'm so happy to see that season 2 so far has already been just as banger as season 1 was. Both of them are just so much fun. And the Fallout show definitely wins the crown of being the best game adaptation ever. If you say The Last of Us show, I'm gonna gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna kick you out of the window. Now click on this video right here if you wanna learn about why I love Invincible so much, because Invincible also is just such a masterpiece. It's one of the best superhero content coming out recently. Watch it, it's a fun video.